Okay, the Federal Reserve divided on the timing of the next interest rate increase. Let's bring in Doug Flynn, a certified financial planner and co-founder of Flynn Zito Capital Management. Good to see you, Doug.
Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
I'm okay. The Fed is concerned about low inflation. Some officials think it's a temporary factor. Others think we're seeing soft inflation because something has fundamentally changed in the economy. Where do you stand on this?
That's true. There is some different thoughts about, do we use traditional models where the wages are driving up prices eventually, and that's more of a traditional stance, and the labor market's been tight and doing well, so that's the theory long term. But there's other thoughts on the fact that with technology and artificial intelligence, all that's really happened there is that's pushed prices down. So it hasn't affected the labor market, and so prices haven't gone up, and we can all recognize that in what we're doing on a daily basis. So that's where the confusion is we haven't seen the inflation that typically comes with higher prices in a tighter labor market.
Yeah, and there's about a 4 in 10 chance that the Fed now hikes in December if you're looking at the Fed funds futures. I want to ask you about the consumer. We've had mixed signals this week. Do you think the consumer is healthy once again and feeling confident spending money?
I do. Spring right off what we just spoke about, if you think about it, if you do have a better labor situation, you have a few more dollars in your pocket, and prices have remained flat, then you are able to spend more. And so that's translating into some better access and a more use of those dollars into whether it's investments, paying off debt, which doesn't really help the economy per se, but also spending. And I think that showed up in the Target earnings, and Walmart might beat a little bit or just come in a little bit above expectations. I don't expect anything gangbusters, but things are getting better, and we're all paying less.
Interesting to listen to the conference calls after the earnings reports. Amazon is brought up in over 600 calls this quarter alone. Donald Trump has been brought up about 100 times. Recently, this week, there has been a rift between the business community and the president. How do you think that will affect the agenda of tax cuts and the like going forward?
Well, I'm glad you said tax cuts, because I think tax reform is not necessarily something that we actually need or might even get. But tax cuts would certainly help a good portion of people and might translate into further spending. And so maybe that helps along the way. I think a lot of this is just politics. And so I really don't pay a heck of a lot of attention to the day-to-day and what people are doing. I'm more focused on how is this going to translate into earnings, and can we keep selling more stuff to more people?
It's true. It's true. Investors like you, in a way, you have your blinders on. You're focused on the things that affect your economy. Hence, corporate earnings have been strong, and this is a market that has been very resilient.
And Doug, earnings drive the market in the long run. That's what we have to focus on.
We'll leave it there. So good to see you this morning, Doug.
You too. Thank you.